justice for Chainsaw Man. Don't let them continue this rhetoric.
Turn off that mag.
Hashtag justice for Chainsaw Man. Fuck out of here.
Hashtag.
You feel me?
Don't let him get away with this. It's
Free
fake.
my boy Denji. He ain't do nothing. He just wanted some titties.
That's it. Look at this. He can't let somebody live. No.
It's over 9,000!
Perfect. All right, y'all. What is up? What is good? You know the vibes. Keeping it 9,000. Otaku with my Brotaku. Shonen with my
Bronin.
anime conversations from NYC.
POV.
Let's get it. We got an episode for y'all right now. On this episode, we got none other than the man's to my left.
Yeah.
You see him. He's like, you can see him sitting down. He's like 6'5" for no reason.
feel
It's a little
short.
intimidating.
This is great.
I don't like this. It's a little weird. How we get him down?
Keep going. No, 6'5".
6'5".
Blue eyes.
Blue eyes.
eyes.
Straight devil.
I mean, my people are fucked up. I
But my bad, he's
gotta take that one. I gotta take that one for the team. But we're gonna revitalize,
Revitalize.
come together.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay, we're here making a nice Oreo.
I believe I have a dream. Yeah, that's what it is right now.
here.
Oh, man, it's the Keeping the 9,000 Oreo show today, man.
There we
We
go.
here. Let's get it.
Yes, sir. But my man is a personal trainer. He's an anime fan. He
Yes.
got a business on the side. This man is a man who got a lot of things. He's one of the significant others to a good friend of mine. You ain't gonna know who she is because we don't give away that information. We got my man Omar on the pod. Welcome, fam.
Let's get this bag. What's good, Omar?
It takes a lot. Like, I don't cross bridges, so you know there's some Chainsaw Man slander that is strong enough to bring me across waters from Manhattan to the depths of Brooklyn.
Yo, yeah, nobody knows this, but like I've known Omar. How long have we known each other? Maybe like 3-4 years at this point.
Yeah, however long I've known Tati.
Yeah, so we've met multiple times. He's gotten multiple invites to my apartment. Always said no.
All right.
As soon as we started talking shit about Chainsaw Man,
It's like, look, it's not that I said no because I didn't want to be here.
Yeah.
You just chose to live really far away from the rest of society.
you know what? Respect. Fair enough.
Like, look, it's a great example. The train, they said they're gonna skip to this stop, and then they just zoomed past everything. I'm from New York, born and raised.
Yeah.
Like I'm 30. Fuck, I'm 34.
I should have added that to the intro. Old as shit.
I've never heard this shit before. She tells us like, oh, we're gonna skip. The next stop's gonna be this, and then we pass that stop, and you hear the mic go on, and she goes, oh. Due to a miscommunication.
Oh, what the fuck?
She fucked up.
Yeah.
But I've never heard a subway train like I don't care.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to be persecuted for doing like messing up in my job. Like it's not the end of the world. But like I've never heard someone come on the mic on a train and be like, there was a miscommunication.
She probably lost her job today.
No.
Nah, they're in a union.
No.
They're in a union.
They're in a union, bro. They're good.
She's getting roasted, though. Everybody on the train like, yo, bro, you really messed up like that?
That's tough.
Yeah.
You know, so it was. I'm just highlighting the lengths that I went through because of my dedication to come teach Kevin why Chainsaw Man is much better than Hell's Paradise.
All right. If we're going to start off this podcast with lies, we might as well just not do this podcast.
To those who don't know me, I've been in the DMs. Justice for Chainsaw Man, okay?
Yo, you got it.
Hashtag Justice for Chainsaw Man. We got it trending.
It's doing so well. Yeah, but let's kick this thing off. Yeah, so first we're going to start off with just a couple of questions.
Yeah, right on.
Just kind of like not gauge your knowledge on anime, but more so gauge your like opinions on anime.
Sure, 100%.
Gotcha. First question I got for you is, what's an anime scene or a couple anime scenes that live in your head rent free?
Oh, that's super easy. Jiraiya's death. Like, and look, I'm a Naruto simp, right?
Yeah.
Like I've seen every episode from start to finish 7 times now.
Respect.
It's one of those ones where like when you're hanging out and like there's nothing like that you have you're keeping up to date on your couple releases and like there's nothing that you can just binge.
Yeah.
I'll start Naruto from the beginning again.
I do that too. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie.
I don't do the early days as much.
Yeah.
I start at Shippuden
Shippuden,
now and like but like the Great Ninja War is phenomenal. Like
Yeah.
Do you watch all the episodes of The Great Ninja War?
Great Ninja War, most
It's
of them.
long.
The
Yeah.
10-second skip is like a skill everyone has to master. But
Yeah, of
I've
course.
seen them all. I honestly just don't want to go through the trouble. Like I'd rather not filter through, and I'd rather skip next episode.
Gotcha.
Yeah, okay.
I don't want to be reading some like online, like go to episode 213 and skip to too much effort. I'm trying to kick
Gotcha.
it.
Yeah.
So dry as death, cry.
Yeah.
Okay.
100%. Real men cry.
Okay.
All right, normalize crying for men. Let's go. It's a big deal. It's
Real men don't
important.
cry.
Okay.
It had me.
Weeping.
Another Naruto one, which it's
Yeah.
just you said rent free,
Rent-free.
is when the Leaf Village was destroyed
By pain.
and like busted ass Sakura who never does anything is like nah, and he just shows up with like 3 giant fucking
Fire. Toads.
toads,
Yeah.
like with the mean power spike that no one's ever seen, and he's
Yeah.
like wondering what happened.
Yeah.
He's like, what? And just fucking obliterates pain when everyone was struggling completely. Like that's one that I get up for.
Also, Sakura did a summoning jutsu on that. That was her strongest move in the entire
Yeah.
series. She summoned Naruto. You know what
Look,
I'm saying? Like,
she's badass. No, like she realistically would Lady Tsunade's like badass too.
Yeah, the
So
goat.
is Sakura. Just she falls in comparison to the other two.
Yeah.
You know, like when they were like fighting Madara, and she's like, yeah, like I'm one of them now. It's like,
Yeah.
No, come on.
no, these
it's
that's-
like,
yeah.
hold on, Sakura.
yeah, like 10 episodes later, these dudes turn into gods.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like,
That's always been my thing with her too. I'm like, they could have written some, because you know anime bullshit, right? They always pull something out their ass.
Yeah.
They could have really tried to just pull something for her. They could have been like, yo, she's actually Kaguya's direct descendant. Some shit.
that.
It would have been useful. You know what I'm saying?
It's just, you know what? I don't go back on that Naruto like that because I just like it so much.
yeah,
It's-
leave it as it is. Yeah.
Let me try to think of a non-Naruto one. We'll go more. Okay, we'll give you a One Piece one. I don't want to give anything away.
Yeah.
The more recently, it's been pretty dope. I think. Damn, there's actually just One Piece is fucking long. I try to remember one of them, but there's multiple points in One Piece where like I get knocked off my ass. It's pretty good. Damn, let me think. Or let's go through the Rolodex.
Ace.
Ace is cool, people. I don't want to give anything away
Yeah,
for
yeah.
you. Like respectfully, I want you to enjoy it.
Yeah, but-
but like Ace is one of those characters that connect you to the show. You don't get a ton of Ace, but Ace is one of those important people where like you'll actually like develop emotions associated to the characters,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and he plays a really strong role there. Damn, I'm trying to think. Naruto is just has a soft spot in my heart. You know what I mean? So like if you're talking about rent free.
It's Naruto.
Yeah, we'll run with those two because
Nice.
I can't pull anyone off the top of my head.
All good. How about this, bro? What are your top 3 anime of all time?
Oh, you know that's such a loaded question.
It definitely
Because
is.
there's a lot of reasons, right? And there's different
Yeah.
classifications of anime, right? I think we were talking about Death Note earlier.
Yeah.
Death Note is not one of the best anime I've ever watched.
Okay.
But it is probably the best in its own category.
Of course, yeah.
Because it's like uniqueness. It stands out on its own.
So I'm a new One Piece simp. Shout outs to JR. You guys have all seen him before. He's been my guiding light.
Yes, sir.
So
Right there.
I'm a recent up-to-date anime convert. I was like one of those old hip-hop heads who just believes all like new hip-hop sucks and all shit from the 90s. That's what I was with anime. I was like, I'm not going to watch this new shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
JR put me on.
There it is. Shout out to JR, man.
Yeah, man. It's, everyone needs their like anime guru, right? So yeah, Naruto first.
Okay.
Just because it does so much, it does
Yeah.
so many things. Again, we're not accounting for filler.
Yeah.
Like, don't be getting in the DMs here. There's so much filler. So don't watch it. Like, skip
Fair.
it. And it's
Yeah.
just awesome the whole time. Yeah, One Piece. At the beginning was really hard. I watched it multiple times, especially back in the day when you're like streaming on websites that like pop up.
Allegedly. Yep.
Yeah, allegedly.
Allegedly show anime titties on your screen that you can't remove either.
You know, the worst was like you'd get a pop up for an advertisement and you'd cancel it and refresh your screen.
Yeah.
And you'd lose your episode. The thing is, when you're at episode 500 and something,
Yeah.
I'm not going back looking for it. So I quit. Yeah.
It was worse.
yeah.
Or back in the day where you had to deal with like buffer speeds because internet like speed wasn't that high.
Yo, you have to like start the episode and then go do something, come back to stream it because it was so slow.
Yeah.
That's a fact. I do remember that.
Let me think. Okay, how about this? This is like a true, actual statement.
Talk about it.
Sword Art Online.
Okay, Sword Art Online.
It's not greatest of all time.
Interesting.
One of my favorites. Like I'm a gamer.
Yeah.
I play MMORPGs.
Okay.
Like if you've watched Ready Player One and kind of like that concept,
Gotcha.
Sword Art Online does that for me.
Are you a Genshin person? You like?
No, I don't go that far.
Okay.
Yeah. I like human people dressed up as like characters.
Gotcha.
Gotcha.
Yeah, we
You
were talking.
seen Shield Hero?
No.
I think you would like it. If you like Sword Art, I think that's a good good connection. Yeah.
And then there's they're again, I'm not saying the greatest of all time, but I think everything has its place. I think Full Metal Alchemist, to name one, even though it's a classic, everybody knows it.
And you like the regular one, the original one, more than you like Brotherhood.
I honestly I think I accidentally watched them both. Like I went back to rewatch. I don't know what the difference is, but I've seen every episode from both versions.
Gotcha.
It's been a while. It's been one of the ones I want to go back to.
Yeah.
That one has some fucked up shit. The dog thing.
bro.
We don't have to go there, but
Yeah.
if an anime can make you feel the way that when was it a little girl that got turned into a dog or something?
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
Look at you, both of you get it.
It was fucked.
It was a good one.
It was
Yeah.
fucked. Interestingly enough, we're gonna get back to that later in the episode.
All right, because
Yeah.
that was tough.
What is one anime that's like in the pocket that you feel like no one's probably ever seen? It was just one of those things that you kind of like found accidentally, or it just hit your radar, and you're just like, "This is for me. I love this anime." Like, hidden gem, Omar's gem.
I wouldn't say it's hidden. I liked it a lot, especially more back in the day, like when we were younger.
Yeah.
But don't sleep on Yu-Gi-Oh.
Ah, okay.
Just look, it's corny. It's for little kids. It was on TV.
Yeah.
Yu-Gi-Oh secretly slaps.
Yu-Gi-Oh was the shit. Not
It was
gonna
a-
lie.
It's pretty good.
It was the shit. I don't understand how it's in its 15th season now.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, it kept going.
they keep making them.
No.
They keep making
They
them,
keep
but,
making them.
they reset with a different series.
Oh no! See, I don't. See, that's inappropriate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
You're not a fan of that? You're not a fan of the reset?
It's like kind of how people watch what's that Netflix show that every
The Bachelor?
no they it's like everyone loves that shit. Not
Black
Orange.
Mirror?
Black Mirror. I like the reason why I like Naruto and some of the stereotypical ones I'm listing is I like a progressive narrative. Like I actually like the linear portion where we see we see enemy. We see adversity, we see power spike, we see overcoming adversity, and I like that linear progression through the show.
Yeah.
It's kind of like why I like MMORPGs as video games, is I like to make an investment into a show.
Okay.
And it's like a movie that never ends.
Yeah, it is true.
Like I get a tough time with movies sometimes because it'll end,
Yeah.
and then that's it.
And then you get part 2 and part 3, and part 2 is good, and then part 3 is really bad, so now you have to fall off the series.
Yeah, when they start changing people or characters instead of continuing, that's why Boruto doesn't work for me.
I was just about to ask you that. You're a
got you.
Naruto fan. What's up with that?
So I am such a Naruto fan. I watch Boruto solely to continue to see what the narrative's going to be. Right? I think there are 2 parts of Boruto that's pretty good. I think the initial portion when Kaguya's squad comes through and it's a big problem, and you get to see Sasuke and Naruto do their thing. Awesome.
Yeah.
And then everything else is trash.
Yeah.
And then the very end, you get a little bit of a taste before they do their time skip.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Oh, I got to
Yeah.
see Jiraiya again too when they went back in time.
Oh, yeah, that was
Yeah,
good.
that was a
And he
great
knew,
filler.
and he
That was great
knew.
filler, yeah.
People sleep on Jiraiya. I mean, he's a Sanin, great, he's a big deal, but no, Jiraiya could tell that Sasuke came from the
Yeah,
future.
that was crazy.
Just casually, he's like, I know. Sasuke's what?
How can you tell, bro?
Savage, dude. yeah, he's a hat on. He's like, how could you ever know?
Jiraiya's like, so why did you come back to the village? Let me know so we can get younger Sasuke back earlier.
So Boruto, again, as a Naruto fan, I do want to know what happens with these, unknowns where they left off.
Yeah.
But I don't need to watch them do the same thing that they did with Naruto to capture an audience that might be new.
Yeah.
Right? I think that's why all that filler exists when they went to the Village in the Mist or whatever the fuck it was. And I skipped all those.
Yeah.
But I think it's for new, younger anime watchers
Yes.
that they want to attract to the genre, and Naruto might be a little dated for them.
Yeah.
Where they need that personal investment in the characters again.
Yeah.
And so you bring up an interesting perspective because a lot of older Naruto fans actually tell me the opposite of why they don't watch Boruto. They say that they don't need the story to continue. They like to see Like they just wanted to end that
They
like
wanted to
shit with
close,
it. They
yeah.
wanted to close. And my argument
How?
That's what I'm saying. My
Fuck
argument
them.
is always like, yo, I want to see Naruto as Hokage.
Yeah.
I want to see if Naruto's son is really about it. And the beauty of Boruto that I think a lot of people don't realize is he's not his dad.
No.
And the way they're writing Boruto, it's not like the older shonen. Boruto is essentially like one of these newer, darker protagonists.
Yeah.
Like his
Yeah.
life is gonna fucking suck.
Yeah.
Everything's gonna be really bad. And I think a lot of people gonna die. Like it's not supposed to be a happy ending to this super powered ninja alien world. You know what I'm saying?
It's gonna go to shit, which is gonna be really cool to watch.
Yeah.
I think that if for Naruto watchers who just wanted it to end, I don't know how much of a personal investment they made in the actual story because
Damn.
what? So look, all right,
You didn't care enough about this show.
So
if you wanted that.
check this out. We go through like 750 episodes,
Yeah.
right? We find out that there's this lineage that just they get the spirit of the two eldest brothers get reincarnated.
Yeah.
We learn about that all of this shit came from like the outer space thing was sketchy. I think they handled it well.
Yeah.
I really do. I think like if you go aliens and outer space stuff, things can go bad real fast. But
Especially when it came out of nowhere.
yeah, but then we get all the history behind it. We get to see these epic fights that lasted for months against the
Yeah.
Ten Tails, and like they trapped their mother, etc. How are you not left to wonder, like, where the fuck did she come from?
Yeah.
Who else is there?
Yep.
And if you're just like, oh great, the ninja war is over, like, what happens to their powers? Like, what does
Yeah.
life look like after the fact? Like,
Yeah.
I think that I think it. You might want to have this memory of a show because like you're growing up and you have a feeling about it, but as an anime watcher and a diehard Naruto fan, like I want to know where those people came from.
I agree.
You know what I mean? And then we got that.
We got that.
And then we got like 70 episodes of filler that I never watched, and
Yeah.
then we got a little bit more of it at the end.
Facts.
But you did make a good point with Boruto. Like, he's not his dad.
Yeah.
He's closer to his grandfather than anything.
You go Stone Cold Savage right
Yo,
there.
but like,
Natural talent.
It's
Natural
it's
talent.
smart though, because right, like, what are you gonna do? Naruto's son's gonna be this hardworking, like, if he ended up like Deku, that shit would be boring as hell.
That's a fact.
It
That's a
literally
fact.
can't be. His dad is Hokage. Your dad is the village's president. You're not gonna be the one that everybody looks at like, oh, he's just like a piece of shit street rat kid.
Yeah.
It's just it doesn't exist.
He's
Facts.
privileged as
Yeah.
fuck.
Privilege, but also he's smart. Not gonna lie.
He's a genius.
He reminds
He's
me of
fast.
like who's that guy who one of the sons of the great ninja godfather. What's the nigga's name? There was two. Remember the two brothers?
Yeah.
There's Hagoromo and the one who kind of looks like Sasuke.
Yeah, so
like
there's the angry one with
Yeah.
the eyeball, who has the Sharingan,
Sharingan.
and then there's like the Naruto version where like he loves everybody. That
Yeah.
have each other.
Oh.
So I think
okay.
Boruto is more like that guy because
Yeah.
he's smart as hell. He figured out ninjutsu. Bro can use every type. You know what I'm saying? Like he just goes, oh, I gotta kill this guy. How am I gonna do it?
Yeah.
Naruto be like, Rasen. Oh, that don't work. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Naruto just keeps doing the same thing until
Yeah.
it works eventually.
Yeah.
But it's cool. Like you see, he's more like who's his grandfather? The Flash.
Minato?
Yeah, like he's more like that. Naruto is this hardworking kid that was like discriminated against and like shunned, and then like somehow his kid is this like privileged genius. It's
Yeah.
an interesting.
a twist.
Yeah, 100%.
Could have been his life. If if things
Yeah.
haven't happened
Yeah,
that way. You know?
That's for another podcast. There's not enough time for this. It's gonna be
facts.
the branch off podcast from this.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Another question for you. You kind of touched on this a little bit earlier before, but like, compare watching anime as in the past as to comparing it now, like for you personally.
I'm having more fun now watching anime than I ever have as like a 34-year-old.
Why is that?
Because look, I know I always use this line when I'm like mentoring younger kids, which is like the 20s suck. The 20s, if like people are like, oh yeah, what if you were to go back and live a decade, what would it be? I would never live my 20s again. Ever. You are so fucking kid. How old are you guys?
28.
27.
Oh, you're coming out of it. Good.
Yeah, turning 29 next week.
A couple more years, you're gonna be like, yeah. But look, you're not supposed to know what you're doing in your 20s.
Okay.
But we kind of talked about it earlier. Like,
Yeah.
I loved anime as a kid, but like I'm 34, so being a millennial, like it wasn't that. It was popular.
Yeah.
But like it wasn't Americanized type of popular,
No.
right? Like they didn't even use the term anime. Like again, it's not in my categories, but like kids would watch Pokemon on Saturday mornings.
Yeah.
You'd watch Digimon and stuff. Like I watched other things, but that's the American view of what anime is, right?
Yeah.
Like
Very
Pokemon. And like I always kind of felt like watching anime was wrong, but it wasn't cool.
It was like shunned. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, like it wasn't cool. But
Yeah.
I was a kid who played Warhammer, so I painted models and played strategy games, and like I was a geek. I played the violin, but like, yeah, I mean, like, what? It's okay.
I can't imagine your big ass playing a violin.
I was little. I was a kid. First chair, baby. I'll get it right.
There you go.
But like, you know, you play anime, and like it was a different time than it is now, which I think is like really cool where we've gotten, and it's underestimated. But like, you know, liking different things and things that aren't mainstream when I was a kid was kind of like something worth being picked on. And look, I wasn't picked on for watching anime, but that was the stigma.
100%.
Get into my 20s, I'm like, I didn't ever think about not wanting to watch it. I was like, I guess I don't do this anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like,
Like,
I'm past
all
that
right,
point in my
like
life.
I'm an adult. I gotta go make money and like do adult shit. And then I got into like my late 20s, early 30s again. I'm like, fuck that. Like if you do something and you enjoy it and it's not harmful and you like it, like 100%. And I do a lot of I on average train about 12 to 15 hours a week, like my own working out.
Yeah.
And I'm a cardiovascular athlete, so I'm on a bike or a treadmill a lot.
Oh, yeah.
So anime is perfect because
Yeah.
I'm like have 2.5 hour workouts where I'm sitting there on a bike and I can just binge through it. So that's where a lot of my
Okay.
right. I needed something to do, and then you know you have that person who hops into your life. Shout outs to Jr.
Yeah.
And like we have this kid which everyone has seen who's like this fucking stacked D1 sprinter,
Yeah,
right?
he's ridiculous.
Crazy,
Like,
bro.
you know, he's the life of the party. You take him out there, he's the fucking man. And at the same time, he's like running around work talking about anime and stuff. And I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, like this cool kid is talking about anime. I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
And that's kind of where I've gotten, where it's more fun than ever. And also, look, when you're older, you can buy cool shit. So I have a 70-inch screen TV, a Sonos setup. So anime,
Let him know.
Anime at my crib is like an experience.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I got all the subscriptions, baby. Let's go.
We ain't a legend out here.
No legend. Let's go.
Or is that I know Funimation don't exist anymore, but I still got that.
I got all the apps. I can click everything I need. Yeah, Funimation went away. I remember when that happened. That was disappointing. Thank God for Crunchyroll. Shout out to Crunchyroll.
Shout out to Crunchyroll.
But yeah, like now, like why would I not do something that I enjoy? I like my house a lot. I have like a big couch. I have a giant TV. I have a surround sound system. Why would I not watch something that I find interesting and a lot of fun?
Especially with how anime looks now.
Oh man,
God.
So crazy. So good.
Yeah. I again, we're gonna keep hearing about Jr. because he's the truth. I got real recognizes real.
Shout out.
I was the we talked about earlier. I was the old, like, you know, the old school hip hop head that just like hates. Look, mumble rap sucks. All right, the new artists are fucking trash. look at the Billboard Top 100. Look at the Grammys. Look at all of it. They're not winning shit. But SoundCloud rappers are trash. But forgot where I was going. I was picking up steam there. So like like I said, I watched Naruto through 7 times.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
I was like, nah, I don't need to watch this new shit.
Yeah.
Then someone introduced me to My Hero Academia.
Yes, sir.
And they introduced me to Black Clover.
Oh.
And then it started going down their line, and then we hit the Demon Slayer phase.
New gen.
Yes,
All
sir.
new gen.
This doesn't happen often. I was wrong.
Yeah.
I was very wrong.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, the new generation is on another fucking level.
Yeah.
Like just the new season of Bleach.
Bleach.
Oh.
Bleach is on that list.
Yeah.
Earlier, I'm bad at pulling things up. Bleach is definitely.
You picked the big 3 as your top 3. Nice.
But
Nice.
Being someone who's watched Bleach through multiple times as well, and then like going to like the new generation of anime, and then having Bleach say we're coming back and do what they did,
Yeah.
bro.
They really shot
Crazy.
on everything else because they were just like, I don't know if y'all forgot why we're here. You know what I'm saying?
My guy pulls out his sword and just water, moisture everywhere just disappears. Mad people die, and he's just standing there, and everyone's getting burnt to death without fire.
That was crazy.
I mean, the artistry, the artwork, like it's phenomenal. And I will say, you guys probably know better than I do, but from what I've seen, it seemed like Demon Slayer came out and set like a new industry standard.
Yes.
Yeah.
And now everyone is like, you have to make the investment into your shows.
True.
Because people won't watch it.
Yeah.
Right? Like, these guys have made investments in their shows the entire time, of course. But like, give a good example. One Piece, which is why it's hard for people to watch, is it's like asking a kid to watch a VHS tape of a movie,
Facts.
and even if it's like the dopest movie ever, like I did this with my little brother. I was like, "Yo, this is great," and he's like, "I can't do this."
Bruh, that
Right?
first season might as well be in black and white.
But even One Piece is now at that level.
Yeah.
It's like
The new One Piece clips look crazy.
I keep sending him to you.
Yeah.
I'm trying not to give anything away. I'm trying to show you guys there's hope, right? Like those
Send
are
us whatever. We do not care about spoilers in the slightest.
Yeah, I
Oh, no,
understand.
don't do that.
We don't care about spoilers. Don't say the podcast listeners care. we
Yeah,
don't care.
They care. I don't do
We
that.
don't
I'm the
care.
type of person. I'll be like, "Oh, that's crazy." I'm gonna read ahead in the manga, then I'm gonna watch the clips on YouTube, and I'm like, "Okay, I'm caught up. I understand what's going on."
Yeah.
We don't need to start from the beginning.
No, the way he watches anime is insane. He'll watch the first 3 episodes, read the last 3 chapters, and then watch clips from everything else
it's
in
called being
between.
impatient.
Yeah, I'm very impatient.
Have you watched One Piece yet?
So I've watched
No,
parts of it.
no, of course not.
In terms of watching One Piece continuously, I'm like the end of the fisherman arc. In terms of like watching, like if I had to watch from 0
Yeah.
to whatever it was, end of the fisherman, whatever like that Nami
Yeah.
joint was, I watched that. I watched like the whole war with Ace Dot. Sorry guys.
Yeah.
No, that's a lot. That's like
it's
10
long
years
time
ago.
ago.
Everybody
That's 10
knows.
years ago.
Everybody
Yeah,
knows.
so that whole thing, I watched every episode of that because I was like, I can't just watch the clip. Like, I
No,
watched
you
all
have to
that.
watch that.
But then after that, I tried to keep going, and I was like, all right, I think I'm way
Wait,
too
you said the
off.
fisherman? You mean Arlong Park?
Arlong Park,
He
yes.
skipped a lot.
Jesus Christ.
Now, what I will say though is like that's why it's so hard for you to get through. Like,
Yeah.
like Arlong has again the power progression in that show is super cool. But it's cool when they actually progress in power.
Yeah.
So right now, this dude's here watching some kid just wave his arm around and slap people across the face,
Right.
and that's
Yeah.
as like, far as it goes. Luffy would fuck up Deku. Just like no questions asked. Like Luffy, and we're not even at what's about to happen,
Yeah.
which we know from the manga, which I won't read, but like
Yeah.
shit's about to get wild.
Oh, yeah.
And if you watch the structure of the show, like the plot line, the subplot is actually really cool. Like where it's going to now, what the objectives are in the show, I'm not going to give anything away, has like really big meaning now.
Yeah.
Like everything that's happening is a big fucking deal, and it all matters in the context of like everyone's future.
Yeah.
At your stage, it's just some little kid who's like in a barrel floating in the ocean.
Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah,
It's tough.
you'll get there.
That's a meme. That's a One Piece meme. People go, yeah, like it's like some guy watching One Piece with his girlfriend, and he goes, baby, look at that guy with the hat. Yo, I'm telling you, it's gonna make sense. I'm telling you, just keep
500
watching.
episodes from now,
Yes.
he's gonna wreck shit.
You got it. But I will say though, right? Like when it's relevant, that's why we all have fond memories of Naruto, is because we watched the filler, we watched all those episodes before the animation got better.
Yeah.
And again, Naruto animation was like compared to its finish to the beginning, didn't take a big jump, but it took some jumps. But like you were watching it at the time.
Yeah.
This dude's watching like
Yeah.
10-year-old anime right
Yeah.
now, and he's been blessed with like we said, Demon Slayer, the new Bleach.
But then again, also, I'm a kid that's been watching anime like forever. So like there's some anime that has not great animation, but it works stylistically just for the time. Like I always
Yeah.
reference Yu Yu Hakusho. The animation
Yeah,
isn't
yeah, yeah.
Demon Slayer animation, but if you watch it, it's aesthetically, it's still pleasing enough where you're just like, oh, this is cool, just because it's like a stylistic thing almost.
That's like the
With-
Inuyasha era, isn't it? Right, like the Adult
like late
Swim,
90s
like,
type. Yeah. And like when I watch One Piece, it's just like, yo, y'all didn't even like try for then.
So you have to take it within context. Like you said, it's stylistic, right? Like even their most the cool thing that I feel really cool about One Piece, like whoever are doing this, they leveled up their production value. They leveled up their artwork and digital artwork, but they're not doing what Demon Slayer did. Stylistic, it's very much still One Piece.
Gotcha.
They didn't turn on the HDR on their screens and just make everything like
That's a very good way to describe
like
it.
super official.
Yeah.
You can see it. It's a very intentional. So like the nice thing is One Piece is its own entity with its upgraded graphics, right? Like the new Bleach is balling out, but it's like deep. It's not. It's a little darker and edgier than Demon Slayer, but like stylistically, some of the graphics and design is similar.
Keep watching Demon Slayer because it gets even darker.
Yo.
Like, yo.
What's the next arc? The Hashira arc?
Yeah, it's
Something like-
it's the Hashira training
Yeah,
arc. I
Hashira
think.
training
yeah,
arc, yeah.
it's gonna be good.
It's gonna.
Yeah.
And then the arc after that, ooh.
Yeah, it's just-
All I gotta say is everything from now on is like, it's really the arcs where people turn to men.
Yeah, where
you know
boys
what I'm saying?
become
Like,
men.
Boys become men. type
And
beat.
you learn about when men became men.
So
Yeah.
when I was excited about hearing about the Hashira arc is so many times you watch these things and like it doesn't happen, right? You never get to watch them in that. Like we didn't get to watch Naruto as Hokage fucking people up, right? Like we skipped that part because it's not about him anymore.
Yeah.
But like it would have been pretty badass to see like Hokage Naruto, strongest person in the world. Like if he wanted to, he could conquer the world with Sasuke. Like
Yeah.
nobody is
Facts.
coming close.
Just
My
like
guy's
villages, I like that.
yeah, he's summoning like little orbs. You just go kill everyone. Or, like,
I'm
just,
the Hokage
yeah.
of the world.
I'm excited for Demon Slayer outside of just how good it's been. Is that if we actually get to see him become a Hashira, and
Yeah.
then normally shows that's where it ends.
Yeah.
And then we get to see him be a Hashira and do Hashira shit.
All my manga readers know why I'm making the face that I'm making. I ain't gonna give it away.
Don't give it away. I will hurt you. You will be gone for future podcasts.
Keep it at 4,500.
We're at 45. We got
Yeah.
we got a new host now.
Yeah, that's right. We're back.
Same apartment.
Is that Kev? No.
No, the same
Kevin
thing.
Bleach. Yeah, that's funny as shit. All right, let's move on. Yo, so our next segment that we go into is our anime news segment, where essentially we take something that happened within anime media and we just have a quick little conversation
Deal.
about it. All right, so back, I believe it was like December, November, January, was it? Now Top 99.
Oh yes, it was like it went on like from like the whole Q4 of the last year. Yeah.
Yeah. So back a couple months ago, Masashi Kishimoto decided to put out a poll, asking his fans to rank their Naruto characters. And,
I saw that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And in the top running, I believe it was like Itachi, Minato, and Sakura for some
They
odd
fucked
reason.
that up. Yeah, they chose Minato, right?
They chose Minato.
No.
And they're giving him his own one-shot
know.
manga, and that manga is dropping on July 18th. So it's coming out very soon. It's going to drop in the Weekly Shonen Jump, and it's essentially going to be about figure out Minato's secrets to his like the techniques that he's learned.
Okay, I like where they're going with that. That's cool.
Yeah, I'm excited about this because one, I feel like we got some of Minato's story, but we only got like a little bit of the beginning and just the end. And now with this one-shot manga, I feel like we're going to get some of the stuff that's in between, and that's what I'm excited for because I think it's also going on like teenage Minato too. It's not going to be like Jonin Minato. I think it's on his way to becoming a Jonin.
See, for me, watching Naruto, I think I got enough of it.
Really?
I liked him being this mysterious character.
Yeah.
Right? Like, for almost the entire show, we didn't even know who Naruto's dad was.
Yeah.
Then, like, he's exploring his
Even though he looked exactly like him.
Yeah, I know. A fucked up dad, though, right? He's like Goku. He just bounces. He's like, peace, do your thing. I put this demon inside of you. Like, you'll figure it out. Your life will be hell, and you're going to be like
The third Hokage got you. Don't worry about
Yeah,
it.
my guy's drinking spoiled milk. I'm like, can't go to his exams.
Facts.
I don't know. For me, like, I have an interest in it. Like, again,
Yeah.
as a Naruto fan, I would investigate it to have a better understanding how the creators want us to know these characters.
Word.
I think Minato being this kind of like shadow-like presence where like the only bit of him that you got was in Naruto's memories, you know what I mean? And it's like actually some resonant chakra of his, so like it's actually Minato talking to him. Like for me, I liked that separation. I'm not as curious about his upbringing. Like we learned about, like like they revisit it, right? Like we didn't know about the exact things that happened during Naruto's birth.
Yeah.
Until like later on, we got to see the fight with Obito and everything going on.
Yeah.
Like I like those clips to give us context of the major story.
Word.
But like diving into him, it won't mess anything up for me. But I would much rather see
Yeah, who would you rather have seen?
Itachi.
Really?
Yo, the story of Itachi.
You don't think we got enough of Itachi?
Hot take: Itachi is the strongest person in the Naruto world.
Interesting.
Well, if he got his eternal Mangekyou, no one would touch him. Nobody. He's a savage.
Is he?
I think so. Now, God powers may be excluded.
Okay.
Yo, but the guy was dying for the entirety that we knew him. The dude
That's
straight,
true.
like, he goes and uses powers for like 10 seconds. He's bleeding. Look, the guy literally saved the world. You know what I mean? Like, he took like the hardest hits. No fame, no fortune, exiled himself. He killed his entire clan, and then no one fucking touched him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
No
is true.
one touched him.
The most gangster shit that Itachi did was when he killed his entire clan and then told Danzo, "You go after Sasuke, I'm coming back for you."
Yeah, and then he showed up one day
Yeah.
just to like put him on notice. He's like, "Hi, oh look, Kakashi, right? What? How long did he spend being tortured?
Oh yeah.
Oh, my
that was
God.
kind of crazy. That was kind of crazy.
Nothing. Kakashi gets just violated, and then they're like, "All right, we gotta go. I use my ass too much."
True. Sad thing about Kakashi though, they don't respect him too much as a character. They build him up
He
like
goes downhill very
and then
quickly.
he shows no potential.
No, Kakashi's like the lazy talent, right? He's like the
Yeah.
guy that doesn't have to try to. That's why they put him next to Guy.
Oh,
Guy
yeah,
is
the
like
tryhard.
the workhorse try has no privilege whatsoever and killed
Yeah.
himself. And Kakashi's like that kid who shows up and doesn't study and it's like, I got it.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Right?
That is true. So Itachi being the strongest.
So Itachi had the master plan the entire time before anybody else. He knew everything that was going on. Like, I mean, look at the whole time where everyone's like, oh, like Sasuke, like, is gonna kill Itachi, blah blah blah. Like, part of the plan.
Yeah.
Wanted kid to have his eyes.
Yeah.
He actually did that fight to weaken him enough to take
Yeah.
the resident Orochimaru out of
Yeah.
him. Because Sasuke is walking around thinking he's the fucking man because he killed Orochimaru on his deathbed.
Yeah.
True.
Not a big deal.
Yeah.
And then had the wherewithal to still save Sasuke again with an epic sword that no one's ever seen before because he had it the whole time.
True.
And then guess what? He got reincarnated and knew how many episodes before to put an eyeball inside
Yeah,
of Naruto or some
yeah,
shit
yeah.
like
That's a
that.
fact. He is kind of a mastermind. He's kind of just like, y'all not gonna see this coming.
Yeah, the dude's just cool. He's just walking around. Everything happens the way he thinks it does.
Yeah.
It was almost like Itachi read the full Naruto manga.
Like ahead of time. Yeah.
It was almost like, I already know what's gonna happen. It's
Yeah.
all good. I got
Itachi
you.
saw Neji, he was like,
Waste my time with it.
Oh, poor Neji.
All right,
yeah. I think Neji needed more screen time.
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah.
Like-
I think Neji needed more badass screen time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like Neji was a dick. You know what I mean? He's like, like fuck you. You're part of the royal family. Like I'm gonna beat the living shit out of you in front of everybody, which wasn't cool at all.
Nah.
He's chill out. And then like he became this great dude, but he was supposed to be a genius. We never see him again. He's like fucking shit up in the war, and then gets like shot by like a million arrows or some shit. And
It was one.
what?
It was one
Was
big
it an
one.
arrow or was it one of those like
forgot
was
what
it like a
was.
10-tail leg?
So it was a 10-tail arm in the shape of like an arrow type, which is
Yeah.
crazy because when he was younger, he got fucked up in the
Yeah.
same way. When they was
With
doing the
the-
Sasuke retrieval
the
arc,
Sound Village,
he
yeah.
got body by an arrow.
Yeah.
So it was
Yeah.
like Kishimoto really said, "Oh, y'all gonna love this."
But like he could have
Yeah.
been, he could have been so strong. He,
I
he
think
probably
so.
was. We just didn't get to see
They
it.
did that with so many people though. Like Rock Lee, they did that with too.
Yeah,
where they
Lee,
set
I
him
was
up. They were
dis-
like,
I
"He'll
was-
be the next guy," and it's like,
I was disappointed with the Lee stuff. Lee was like, everyone likes Lee.
Yeah, Lee was good. Lee beat Sasuke's ass on sight first
Yeah.
time. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
Talk to me.
living rent free. Lee dropping his ankle weights in the tuning
Oh,
exams
that's a
against
Oh
fact.
yes, that's a good,
fact.
That is
very
the
good
best
That's a
fight in the
fact.
tuning exams. Like, I don't think the one tail fight was that good. I think it was just
No.
good that Naruto stunted on Sasuke.
Yeah.
Sasuke's a crying. Who did this? There's like a giant ass frog, and like Naruto's like, It's like, yeah, sorry, bro.
That was
Yeah.
Or the Rasengan versus Chidori the first time around.
Yeah.
Where Kakashi pulled up and then smacked him into the water
yeah,
towers.
yeah. And he's like sees his blown up, and he's like thinking he's the man. And then Kakashi like hops away and then he like sees like the blast out on the other side. He's like, fuck! I'm on my fucking highs.
That's a fact. Yeah, nah, I'm excited for this Naruto Top 99 one shot though, just because like. Again, as I said earlier, I want to see. I like knowing more about the characters.
Yeah.
And I feel like this is a fun way to do it because other ways that they would do it would be like filler episodes.
Yeah.
True.
And I'm like, I rather like be able to get the manga and maybe them do like a whatchamacallit, OVA on it. That would be fire. Where Masashi's just like, all right, 1 hour special. We get to see that moment.
Yeah,
That would
yeah.
be fire as fuck. How about you, J. Quote?
With the Naruto Top 99, I like the Naruto Top 99. I love Minato. I personally don't like the decision that they chose to make into a manga. Like seeing him make his jutsu is not what I wanted to see. I want to see Stone Cold Killer. You say his name, you die, Minato. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm here for that. That was the lore that was kind of just like. They showed him in the war for a second, and then they showed him take out everybody. Not even take out everybody. They just showed him win. You know what I'm saying? There was nothing in between that. I want that. Like he's
You
Minato
want like
for a
peak
reason.
Yellow Flash Minato.
He was at a time where like everything was awful for ninjas, right? Like
Exactly.
they were like that's the world Kakashi grew up in. Like they actually were fighting in wars.
Word.
There was nothing till the one we saw with Naruto.
Exactly, like child soldier shit. Like
Yeah.
And it's crazy because Minato wasn't even that old either. He was like 22.
Yeah.
Like he was young.
yeah.
You know, like.
That's a
It's
fact.
crazy. So I want more of that. Like, I don't know. I think me seeing Minato make his thing is just going to be like, okay, cool. I'm going to do this thing called a shadow clone. I'm going to send my shadow clone into the thing with the yellow flash or lost the shadow clone. Cool. I'm not going to do it that way. I feel like that's what it's going to be like.
You don't want the genius part. You want like the like dark what happens during war.
Yeah.
Like if this guy can just teleport all over the fucking place, what happens if you like teleport inside someone's body and they blow up? Like
Exactly.
Yeah. You want to see him go ham.
Want to see the
that's-
boys? Like,
Yeah, basically, I want to see the boys.
You want to
Like,
see the boys, but with Naruto?
anything
Yeah.
happens in war. You think that dude was just so cool and slick where he's just dropping his little knives and like poking people in the back? Like shit gets
Yeah.
real.
Nah, that's a fact.
that's like, even with the Great Ninja War, I felt like they kind of, every time they did show people get bodied or whatever, they kind of glanced over. Like, it was just like, okay, these aren't the main characters. We just going to blow them away. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Real life, at the end of that war, you know everybody's on their own individual rocks for their village, and they're like, I lost my cousin, lost my brother, lost my uncle, lost my sister, lost my mother. Damn.
It's called because of him.
Everybody now has a photo of Madara in their living room, like, this is the biggest op of all time, and you're related to him. You know what I'm saying? Like...
That's a fact. All right, Omar. Now we're skipping over to our otaku, where we just pick a anime topic to have a discussion on. First anime topic that we're going to talk about right now is just something that we need from you. So you've been pushing this in our DMs.
Justice for Chainsaw Man?
No, not Justice for Chainsaw Man. We can get into that though. You've been pushing it in our DMs. You've been pushing it on this podcast earlier today, and you've been pushing it in just like every conversation I've had with you. Yo, sell us One Piece. Like, what's your elevator pitch for One Piece? Why should we be watching it?
I'll give you the easiest one to start with.
Hit me.
Okay, which is not personal opinion. It's the same way that I have a resource like you guys. So when you say something about Chainsaw Man, we're not going to go down the rabbit hole. And you're like, Hell's Paradise. And you're like, you should watch it.
Yeah.
So I trust resources around me because
Yeah.
I don't dig into the stuff the way you do, and I'm watching it. If a show has over 1,000 fucking episodes and they're still releasing them every week, and it's one of the most viewed anime, like in what, 2022 on Netflix, the most, when it's all you hear about, probably for a reason. You know, they have like One Piece at fucking KFC in like places. You know what I mean? Like there's big promotions and stuff. Like the Demon Slayer in Times Square was like really dope. But what does
Yeah.
that tell you? Shit probably slaps.
Yeah.
Right? Like maybe I should look into this thing if you have a bunch of people dressed up in costumes running around Times Square thinking it's cool.
Yeah.
And like you have the entire billboard lit up. Like maybe I should check it out. So if you don't want a biased opinion, you have a lot of people that feel very strongly about this anime, probably more than any other anime in existence.
Does that also mean I should listen to Taylor Swift?
I mean, probably,
Okay.
right? Like, I mean, like, I've heard Taylor Swift, and I don't like it, because she just complains about breaking up all the time. This bitch has a boyfriend, breaks up, makes an album. Boyfriend breaks up, makes an album. So, like, I don't continue to listen to Taylor Swift, but if the entire country likes it, then maybe it's worth a listen. Now, there's context there. If you look at the demographic of people who like Taylor Swift, probably not people like yourself. If you look at the demographic of people who like One Piece, you'd be looking in a mirror. Other anime fans, right? Other people who've watched a lot of what you watched. A lot of people who like a lot of the things that you like. So
Fuck, I wasn't expecting that.
so
point.
critical acclaim is important, right? We're not talking about a Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah.
If One Piece wasn't as good as people say, how could they afford to keep making episodes? How are people still watching it in 2022 and 2023? Their simple answer is because it's that good.
Okay.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. that's the same thing. That's the same reason of why I had to give Hunter x Hunter a try.
Yeah.
You know, because
Yeah.
I was dead just like, you know, as much as I might hate on it from an outsider perspective, everybody who 9 out of 10 anime fans who like the stuff I watch Hunter x Hunter.
Yeah.
So maybe there's something incomplete in my rotation that I need to give it up for. You know what
You
I'm
got
saying?
it. And
I did the journey. I did maybe like 99% of it. There's probably like 5 episodes I didn't watch.
I did like 65% of it, and I'm just gonna. I use this all the time. People get mad, but like I just couldn't get into a little kid running around with like a fishing rod hitting people. Like it just didn't work.
Bro,
for
he
me.
stopped doing that.
I know, but it's okay. It's just like
He grows bigger at a certain
I
point.
know, if it ever gets triggered, it's great. But no, that happened for me with you'd be surprised, My Hero. Right,
Yeah.
so like being an old anime head and like again like Inuyasha, Yu Yu Hakusho,
Yeah.
like all those ones were like back in the day.
The goats.
When I started watching My Hero, there was a barrier to entry for me because there was a bunch of fucking little kids in goofy ass costumes.
Sure.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know. It wasn't a stereotype thing. I was just like,
Yeah.
like I get like ninjas are dressed up as ninjas. Like you could slide by.
Yeah.
Like we had a dude wearing bunny ears. You know what I mean, with big boots. You have like some girl with like a weird floaty space costume.
Yeah.
And then our dude, who's the fire guy again, who shoots shit out of his hands?
Endeavor?
No,
Shoto.
Shoto?
the grenade one, the grenade
Oh,
shit.
Bakugo.
Yo, he's the man, and then he shows up with this weird BDSM costume, and I'm like, I don't know if I could do this, JR.
Yeah.
And I gave it its due
Yeah.
diligence. I continued to watch, and the shit fucks.
Yeah. It's
Like
nice.
that now, and now I'm like loving My Hero,
Yeah.
right? And then
yeah.
I get to be surprised when all of a sudden they have like a Dark Deku arc. Like everything's fun, massive, crazy fights. The animation's good, and then now they flip the script. And you have this ratty ass kid walking around the city just like murdering folks.
That's true. I think that the person who makes My Hero, he does a good job of kind of like bringing you through a roller coaster of the story. There's maybe one part of the story where I'm like, bro, like I think it was like around season 4, season 5, like that time where I was like, bro, you could like, you know what I'm saying, erase that part out.
There's a little in there.
But we
Yeah.
don't make our mistakes, you know what I'm saying? Like
Gentle
that's
Criminal.
Yeah, Gentle Criminal. No. Read the manga. Don't talk bad about my boy Gentle Criminal. That's all I gotta say. He puts in work when you need him. He comes in clutch last minute. That's all I gotta say.
But that's a great example, right? Like, how do you get past a bunch of kids in goofy ass costumes? Superpowers are like, there's a denim dude.
Yeah, that's
Like-
his power. Denim.
Yeah, he's like, I'm gonna wrap you up in denim, bro. And he walks around with this big ass denim jacket. Like, how are people still watching that shit? Because it must be that good.
Yeah, that's true.
Right, so that's the non-biased reason to watch One Piece. The problem I think with people in One Piece is there's a barrier to entry. It doesn't mean One Piece is bad. It just means that you're gonna watch some older animation at the start, and we can prove most anime heads should be able to get through that. Now it's a lot of episodes too. You know what I mean? So it requires a lot of immersion. It requires and One Piece is like diligence for a while.
Yeah.
Like you got to get there.
It's homework, bro.
Yeah, but it stops being homework. So I'll give you I did all of One Piece in I think 3 or 4 months.
Whoa.
It's a lot of bike riding I did. So what happened is I don't pay attention to what episode I'm on.
Yeah.
And by the time I got to current One Piece, I didn't realize that I ran out of episodes.
Oh, wow.
That's crazy.
And I got fucking mad. I got really mad. I am not someone who watches anime on release.
Okay.
Until now.
Yeah.
I always just wait, fuck it, I can chill out. I'll watch, I like binging. Like, it's
Yeah.
nice to
Binge
sit
is
down
good.
on a Saturday and watch a bunch through. And then now I'm a dude every Sunday, because I'm not staying up late on Saturday to watch it, that every Sunday I do my laundry, my girlfriend's out with the dog, and I put on One Piece by myself, and I order some food, and I watch the most recent episode. And
It's the ritual.
I've never been someone who watches up-to-date seasons.
Ah.
So barrier to entry sucks, but it would be really shitty for people to miss out on like a really, really good show just because it's long.
It's true.
Like that's not a reason for people to say One Piece is bad. Right? That's not a justification. You can not like that it's long and not watch it because of that. Sure, you're entitled to that, but you also don't get an opinion on the series because you've never watched it. I'm not going to harass people, but you can't say.
First of all, don't look me in the eyes and say that. I've been watching One Piece, Omar.
I'm in his DM. I'm in this kid's DMs all the time. He gets the meme of Luffy with his cape on saying "Meet me in Wano" like every week at least once.
But I'm like, I don't want to.
I know. I'm trying to shepherd him along. He gets like snippets of like Instagram like redoes some of the pages and throws some like good music on top of it. So I'm sending him like clips of the most recent Zoro fight.
That shit was crazy.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
That shit was
Yeah,
crazy.
so like you'll get there. Everyone will
keep
eventually
watching.
get there, but like One Piece in itself, like in the show, it's a journey.
It is.
You know what I mean? If you like to watch those like 2 seasons in and out, then it
Might not be for them.
It might not be for you, but that doesn't have anything to do with the quality of the show, the writing, right? Again, it's 1,000 episodes.
1,000 plus.
1,000 plus. If they weren't making money and it wasn't popular, you probably would have stopped a long time ago.
That's true.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair. And I'm watching One Piece, but like, I mean, it's what it is. I don't know how long it's going to take me, but.
You'll get there. What will happen is it'll start rolling. You'll start taking an interest in it. The animation will kick up a little bit once you get to the time skip, essentially. So it's after the spot you watched. So that whole war goes on. Then there's about a 2-year time skip, and then the squad just rolls through. Like you literally get like everyone just shows up after 2 years, and they just thug it out on everybody.
Copy.
Yeah.
Now give us your why should we watch Chainsaw Man? Or why should people watch Chainsaw Man?
That's a bad question because everyone already knows about Chainsaw Man and everyone's already been watching Chainsaw Man.
Not everyone. There's people who don't watch Chainsaw Man. Come on, fam.
So Chainsaw Man was another one that I slept on for a little bit. And I was like, yo, like, you know, like I see pictures of this little dog with a chainsaw nose. I'm like, I'm not into that shit, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I don't want to end up watching some weeb shit.
Hold on to this as you say that.
Justice. Let's put him where he belongs. Let's put him up top. No, I'm kidding.
I got you.
I won't do that to you.
We'll put it where it belongs.
So chainsaw is like more of an alternative form. Like it's not. It's very artistically. It's done. It's very individualistic. Like the guy who apparently did the manga, and he has several others. He has a very abstract style that he used, but apparently the manga is like bomb for like all the shit he does. It's like really unique. It's really good. I could see it not being everyone's cup of tea, right? I mean, like, not everyone wants to watch blood and gore and, like, crazy shit. Or, like, I think it's cool that they finally put, like, we have goofy characters, but to have a dude who's, like, obsessed with titties is kind of funny. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, this chick, like, is missing her cat. And he's like, yeah, sorry about your cat. And she's like, I'll let you touch my boobs. And he's like, let's fucking kill that thing. Let's go. He's
Facts.
pumped. He got in her face. Like, let's do this. And
Facts,
then,
that's facts.
yeah, it was a trap. But like,
Yeah.
I like the creativity. I like the risk. I do have I don't have a specific type of anime that I like, but to have something leaning on the gory side, you don't really know what's gonna happen. Whoever that lead captain chick is, who's just like obliterating people by like from a miles away.
Oh yeah.
Makia?
That
Yeah,
was
if you haven't
crazy.
seen, yeah. That's just
Crazy.
it was crazy. But the animation's great. Probably one of the best intro songs I've ever heard to an anime before.
Interesting. Okay.
I watch the Chainsaw Man intro every time because I like the song. I'm jamming out like, while like they're flying around cutting people up in pieces. It's just really good. And I think for a first season, I didn't know about it, but apparently the level of hype that there was for Chainsaw Man,
It was
the
huge.
anime,
Yeah,
it was
people were ready.
huge.
It was huge.
And like there'll always be people who are like not happy, but overall, how often does there be this massive hype and then pretty much deliver on it?
Yeah.
That's
Just like Hell's Paradise.
It's all right. Again, another unique like plot line. I like it. I mean, this might be personal preference.
Yeah.
There's not enough action.
There's not enough action.
The fighting isn't intuitive and like it isn't as detailed. Like, look, and you could disagree with me, but if you compare a fight scene from Hell's Paradise to Demon Slayer, animation wise, right? You know what I mean? Like when a limb gets chopped off in Demon Slayer compared to something else, what do the attacks look like? Like he has his little like fairy fire shit that he does where he like lights someone's head on fire. Like, but that's as far as it goes.
Yeah.
Now I like the dude. No, I like his story.
You said fairy fire, and it sounded like the biggest insult. Go ahead with your little fairy fire.
Yeah, it's like like a little
Your little fairy fire.
yeah, like you got a little rainbow fire on your forehead.
Hell's Paradise fans are the angry. They're like, it's called the aesthetic blaze,
Yeah,
bro.
aesthetic blaze. Come on.
I'm not gonna lie, he pulls it out his ass though. Every time he
Bruh.
does one, he names it something completely different. He'd be like a steady blaze flaming cup. Like, what the fuck?
It's the same shit. Like, I liked, I will say, the introduction to it was pretty cool. Him being interrogated. That premise of going to the island, I like
I love that.
I like this the hierarchy structure, right? Like wealthy, elite landowners sending out, not valuing people's lives, sending criminals to an island. I like the risks they took having like the dual gender characters, like they like. It doesn't.
You
bother
like
me.
it, bro. That's
No,
fine.
no,
You love it.
No,
You love it,
slow
man.
down.
You love it.
You're on that copium.
You love that shit. You know
No,
you love that shit.
I watch it because if I'm gonna talk shit on your socials, I should be informed.
Yeah, true. Gotta have
Right?
some reference.
So like for me, I think the artwork is really good. I think some of the plot is good, but like the action just isn't there. It's a snippet. Like when Homeboy climbs, the probably some of the better stuff I've seen is when the dude with like one eye, who like carries around that big axe at one point, like climbs out the hill and he beats the shit out of that
Yeah,
like
that was
secondary lieutenant. It was all right. Like. He like punched the dude a bunch of times. The dude beat him up a little bit. Then he figured out how to read what the Tao, and then just like kicked his teeth in, and then it was over.
Yeah.
Like we have fight scenes in One Piece that last for 100 episodes.
Yeah, I mean, that's where we differ.
And that's
I don't like that.
So that's personal preference, right?
Yeah,
I'm not
yeah.
saying objectively the show is worse,
No, totally.
but it's good.
Yeah.
But to put that before Chainsaw Man is just. I don't know. I don't think the animation is good. I don't think the writing is as good. I think having a novel or nuanced storyline is cool, but doesn't necessarily mean better. So like different isn't better always. Like I watch every episode. I haven't seen the most recent one because I'm here. But like
I think it drops tomorrow.
Nah, it came out.
in the US.
I thought isn't it on like Fridays or Saturdays?
Yeah, Saturday night.
And this guy,
Saturday
this,
nights.
this
Saturday
guy.
nights.
No. It's Saturday. No, 'cause
It's not in the morning. I check every morning.
No, it's midday because you have One Piece is like 10:30 Saturdays.
Yeah.
Demon Slayer is like 4:30 Sundays, and Hell's Paradise is earlier on Saturday.
I'm sorry, I'm not a weeb like you, Omar.
I'm just saying.
You gotta know your Crunchyroll simulcast with rotation.
He loves this. He loves this show so much to put it over Chainsaw Man. He doesn't even know when it comes out. I'm just saying.
We have the internet, fam.
I mean,
I'm
like,
watching what I want
if
to.
it's so good, you would be
It's so
ready
good.
for the next episode. You'd want to watch the next one. And you
Nah,
can
we
see.
watch anime differently then. I don't record the times that they drop.
Well, it must not be that good.
Let's agree to disagree.
You feel me?
Hell's Paradise is fucking fire. I don't
It's
care what the
good.
fuck
No,
you
it's
say.
good. No,
fam.
I remember.
It is so good.
Look, just because Chainsaw Man is better doesn't mean
me that.
Hell's Paradise is bad.
Damn, not the
It's all
Chainsaw
right.
Man slander.
I don't read manga, so that's okay. I use a visual form of media. It's 2023,
That's
baby.
visual, so it just doesn't move.
No, these are words. This is too much. I have to turn pages.
You want me to read?
I got it. Yeah, you want me to read, bro? No. This is why we have technology. Like, yeah.
I'm crying.
No, we're gonna put this shit on TV. We're gonna put our feet up. We're gonna watch like.
Fantastic.
We're gonna watch like this dude's like everyone's gonna die unless they sacrifice him, and he says fuck y'all, I'm just
Yeah.
gonna go kill this thing, and he jumps into an elevator shaft for 3 days despite them wanting to sacrifice him, and then pulls that shit out.
But also, it's like, where is he going? Like,
That's the
in
whole
terms of the
point.
story-
He's just crazy.
Yeah.
He just fucking just pulls his cord and just does wild shit.
No, I just mean like in the progression of the story. Where is he going? What is his goal?
Sex.
Yeah, I don't care about
so
that.
he's got some boobs.
don't care about
he
that.
got made out with like once. No, we're gonna. I don't read the manga. My
Yeah.
guess is like this is again. It's season 1.
Yeah, I understand that.
So
but
you-
like in season 1, you at least get to see like.
Or they leave you because it's so good. They leave you to question what comes next.
I don't think.
We're getting there.
I'm not questioning what comes
We
next.
gotta,
I'm just
find,
like.
we gotta
huh?
find out what's happening with that chick who just obliterates people like from far away, or she just like crushes them
Makima,
into
yeah,
dust.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, because we
Makima.
have questions about her. I gotta watch it again. I forgot where I left off.
Yeah.
I mean, I watched the whole thing, but it's
Yeah.
been a little while.
Yeah.
It's all good. I mean, yeah, what happened? It was like the one of the agents died.
Oh, the sword guy.
The girl who is who I guess had like a friendship with the sword guy.
Yeah.
had died.
Yeah.
the purple hair shorty.
Yeah.
yeah, she died. What else happened in Chainsaw Man?
Girl with the eye patch is going.
They had the
Yeah, eye
wild.
patch girl. Yeah, her. Yeah.
They had the wild fight on top of the train. The second fight with the sword guy,
Oh yeah.
right? And is that when he got beat?
Yeah, he beat the sword god the second
So
guy.
got a second time.
Yeah.
Then what else? And then I think Makima came back.
Because she was dead.
They try to make. There was one person who they tried to have join them, but the person was like, no, right?
Who was it?
I forgot. I think he was supposed to go to Tokyo, but then he was like, nah, I'm not finna do that. And they were like, all right.
It's been too long now.
Shit, nah.
Yeah.
I mean, see, if it was that good, we would have remembered. How about that?
What's this guy thinking? It's like he's gonna hear about season 2. He's gonna be like, "Oh, let me get all my questions answered."
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely. I feel the same way about Chainsaw Man as you feel about Hell's Paradise. I think it's good. I think the animation is good animation. For me, I'm not a fan of like that much gore. Like after a while, it's like it's not even like overwhelming. It's just like, okay, come on, like have you no like tact?
No. That's personal preference there. You don't like how much they're doing. It doesn't mean objectively it's too much.
I mean, it's anime. It's all personal preference. It's art. It's supposed to be subjective.
No, you can't just say like everything is the same and it's just personal preference.
No, I'm saying like in terms of how we feel about we're talking about how we feel about these
beauty
shows.
is in the eye of the beholder,
Yeah.
but the production value of Demon Slayer and the artwork is, whether you like it or not, is unmatched, right? Like you cannot argue that.
Yeah, no, I'm not arguing the animation styles. I'm arguing the story.
You're saying there's too much blood and gore.
Yeah, there is. I don't like that.
So there isn't too much. You just don't like how much that there is.
Too much for me.
There you go. See, you're getting there.
Jesus Christ. My God, he's like an emotional intelligence teacher.
I'm not going to let this guy fake news y'all. He's out here. He's trying to like put those little words in there and everyone will be like, you know what?
I'm dog whistling right now.
Yeah, he's like Chainsaw Man.
Let me be the person in the middle of this whole debate between Chainsaw Man and Hell's Paradise, right? All right. Hell's Paradise, what it did right. I think that they have a nice balance of characters that we're seeing progress. The world. I like Hell's Paradise because the world is there. They're on the island. They ain't going nowhere.
Yeah.
There's just this island they need to conquer. It's one mission.
Yeah.
And you have all these like different like barriers in the middle of their mission. So that's what makes Hell's Paradise a little attractive. It's like
tuning exams.
Yeah.
It's a tuning exam.
It's like the tuning exams, basically, like one big tournament arc, right? And then you have like Chainsaw Man, where you don't actually understand the world, but like you said, you do kind of see like the one. Yes, Denji's getting closer to getting his final goal, which is he wants to fuck. You know what I'm saying? That's he went to first base. He went to second base. Let's see where he goes with that. First, he needs to get a girlfriend.
Well, it started with food, right? First, he's like, if I got
just
food
want a burger,
and I got a
fam.
place to sleep, he's like, I'm living life. This is great. And then,
Not get pussy?
It honestly might just be like a personification or an animification of like Maslow's hierarchy of needs. It's like give him his bare necessities. They give him like, family and stuff like that.
Shelter,
then power, and then maybe in the end he'll be like a super smart, intelligent character. But who knows? Maybe I don't want that for him too.
I know that's pretty tough.
Yeah.
He has to come a long way from where he is right now.
Mature Denji.
But I mean, it is a guy who came from dirt. He's uneducated. He was dying. He was poor. He couldn't eat. He didn't have a place to sleep. Like it is representative of a person who's had no opportunity. What would they think about? Food, shelter, titties.
Yeah, wasn't the mangaka like down bad like Denji? Like, isn't that what he based Denji's story off of?
I have no idea on that. I can't quote the stuff anymore. They be calling me out in the comments like this kid does no research, so I'm just gonna be like, I don't know.
That's why you asked a question.
I plead the fifth.
Leave it in the comments. Can we get some traction here?
Leave it in the comments. Let us know.
Leave it in the comments.
Do
Let
you
us
guys
know.
know? You know what I'm saying? But I do have to say this. So I do know that when it came to Hell's Paradise versus Chainsaw Man, both MAPPA, by the way, Hell's Paradise got less of a budget for production.
Yeah.
So like sometimes I feel like it could be better, but they skip out on a lot of shit because they're just like, we can't do it.
That's also because like I think MAPPA has like equity in Chainsaw Man.
Oh yeah, that was like 100% their project. Like in terms of like the whole like production sponsor board, they're doing all 5 parts of it.
Yeah,
like,
so of course the animation is going to be better.
Well, investors invest money into things that they think is good.
Yeah.
What part of it is what happens in Hell's Paradise for me sometimes. Again, I use the word artwork versus something else. You know those like DBZ fights where like sometimes they'll like clip to like Goku somewhere and he's just like a stick figure that's drawn with like no shadows.
Yeah, it's true.
The backgrounds, the art is great, and the way they do kind of these still backgrounds sometimes in Hell's Paradise, like it's not moving. It looks like they're anime on top of art, which is great. But then sometimes I'm watching it like the clothing doesn't move.
Yeah, no, I
Like,
agree. There is something stiff and very I guess not detail oriented about the characters fighting themselves. Because like the moves will look good, but then you see Gabimaru, his eyes are just white because they forgot to draw it in.
The fairy fire is like, you could see they have the option. They animated this little like fire he puts on people, like just randomly too. He's like, all right, well, how am I gonna beat this guy?
Set him on fire.
Fire. I was like, okay, cool. Right?
Yeah.
But like when I'm watching the fighting, and again, someone who likes a lot of action in his anime, right? It's lackluster. The fighting specifically. I do like the plot line. I want to see where they go with these main villains and like.
Yeah, honestly, the one thing about House Paradise is that I really love is how crazy the villains just keep scaling to be. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, turn the flowers. They're
the
like,
flowers.
they like you find out there's like they have like two people that emerge together.
Yeah.
Okay, give him credit. Taking the risk. Well, yeah, the best moment that I've had in this show was when these dudes were coming to take this little girl because they want to merge with her. By merge we mean like yeah. And no, not even to practice.
Yeah.
Okay, so like that was the first time that I got hit by Hell's Paradise where I was like, oh shit.
They don't give a fuck.
But I usually feel that when I'm watching a show, I get more of those moments than I have in Hell's Paradise. That was the first one where I was like,
You didn't feel so when the one of the samurai, I forgot his name, but the one with the yellow hair with the shinobi kind of like X on his forehead. You didn't feel for him in that fight at all?
the guy with the no eyeballs?
No.
Not the blind dude?
It was the other one.
His student.
His student.
Oh, show me a picture.
Yeah, I got you.
I forget his name.
I know, like I then need to remember. Even I probably wouldn't even remember the name, but if you got a picture, I'll know exactly who you're talking about. You know why? Because I do my research. I'm gonna talk shit to this dude. I better at least watch the show. It's definitely worth watching. Like, absolutely.
So this guy right here, Tenza.
Fucking lame.
So you thought Tenza was lame? That's interesting.
Fucking scrub. He's on the beach, slices some dude up. Wow, that's pretty cool. And
Omar
he gets
just
his ass
a hater,
rocked.
fam.
He died in like 10 seconds.
A hater. People gotta go, fam. I'm sorry he's not like Denji who could just die and then come back to life for no
I'm a
reason.
hater because the guy he just got wiped. He like
They
showed
that
up
strong.
on he showed
The
up on the
enemy's that
island.
strong.
He's mentoring the little kid, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the little girl. Yeah, he's like, don't worry. Like, he's a nice guy. He's like, oh, I'll save you, blah, blah, blah. And then just trash.
Yeah.
Villain's that strong,
But
man.
he did put up a good fight at the end. I
He
can't
did.
lie. Because he
was like, fuck it, let's
basically
just go
dead.
hands.
And I was just like, bro is beating the shit out of this monster.
And then his mentor ran away with the girl, right?
Yeah.
It was all right.
You know what I think it was? I think they had to do that little sacrifice. They had
didn't
to
even turn him into a flower. Like, he wasn't strong enough to turn his enemy into a flower, right?
Well, I mean, they killed him. You have to be on like the brink of death to turn into a flower. In
yeah,
Hell's
so
Paradise.
he's not good enough to turn the homie into a flower, right?
No, I think
I
no,
mean like
no.
him. Remember when they fight him and they push these guys to the brink? They turn them
yeah.
into flower forms?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was just chopping the dude up, wasn't he?
So I think the other guy was just so pissed off that this guy was just fucking him up with his hands. He was like, fuck this, fuck my job. I'm gonna tell my boss I did nothing. You know what I'm saying? That was the off-duty kill. Like, yeah.
And then now homeboy just showed up to save the day, the blind dude.
Yeah.
Because of course, like how he works, because like how he hasn't had his sight the whole time, he's learned how to use Tao. How ironic.
Yeah.
That was the craziest like ass pull for me. I was like, so you've been good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
of
you just
course.
had this?
But then they said about every character, like the fucking ninja girl. It's like, yeah, I coat myself in this shit every day. I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
it's the
That's
same,
like-
it's the
I just
same
called
thing.
it
It's
something
every
else.
show.
Yeah.
Chi, chakra,
Yeah.
like, you name it. It's the same
Reiki, all that
internal
shit.
energy that you can sense, right?
Yeah,
Kai levels.
yeah, all that.
Yeah. It's worth watching. It's good.
That's all the clip is gonna say.
It's
It's worth
watching.
Yeah.
It's good. Boop.
Oh
no,
my
you see my
God.
facial expressions. Again,
We'll cut that. We'll cut to me. I'm just like this.
we'll come to agreement. I think we both can agree they are both shows that should be watched.
Oh, 100%.
Oh yeah,
100%. They're
That's
both. I'll give this a Chainsaw Man. As far as like culturally, it's doing like some of the biggest damage as far as anime goes. Like Chainsaw Man's up there. Like people within anime culture, people are referencing it a lot. Maybe not as much now, but when it was on, it was always talked about. You always saw it on social media. It's definitely doing its thing.
What about this one?
Hell's Paradise. Again, I like it. This is like
No. How's the culture? How's the culture?
how's
Oh,
the culture?
handling that?
Yeah, it's not hitting culturally. Hell's Paradise isn't hitting as much as Chainsaw Man. I'll give that to it. But like my opinions about Hell's Paradise and Chainsaw Man, they're not objective truths that I'm like just pulling like facts from. It's based off of like how I feel on these shows. It's all good. The camera can't see
He
it.
got slick. Yeah.
I mean, if we really want to be honest, we'll go on top of this.
but how I really feel.
I'm excited for that one.
Jujutsu Kaisen is so fire. Love it. All right, but let's switch up one more time. Yeah. So for our second piece of otaku, what we're going to do is we're going to show you a picture of an anime character, and we'll give you their name. We want you to say 3 nice things about said anime characters.
Oh, he's gonna set me up with some Hell's Paradise shit, isn't he?
No.
You're good off of this one.
So say specifically nice. I can try.
3 nice things about these specific characters.
Show me Sakura.
We won't. We're good. Are you able to pull it up, J. Quell? For some reason, my phone's acting buggy right now.
Yes. I can.
There's links to it. So if you're on the drive, actually, let me just Google it. Fuck it.
Yeah.
My God.
All right, I'll start off with one.
All right, what do we got?
All right, bro. I need you to say 3 nice things about Show Tucker.
Attack on Titan, right?
No.
Full Metal Alchemist.
Dog.
Oh. It's been a long time too, but he's the guy who turns his daughter into a dog.
Yep.
No.
That's not an option. That's not how you play the game.
Yo, we're on a digital media source. You know what the option is? Go like this. No, I'm not gonna fuck with that dude. That hits that close to home. And I was younger when I watched that shit. That was fucked up.
Yeah.
All of it. Even their mom too.
Yeah.
At the beginning when she's all like tortured. And, no. He doesn't get nice words. All right, his glasses are a throwback. Looking fresh.
That's just a statement.
My guy, man. It's why would you do that? He pulls off his receding hair well. Don't show me the daughter. Come on, man.
Yeah.
And he has great flexibility in his neck because he could turn it upside down, I guess. Like, this guy's awful. This is terrible. You guys set me up.
Right.
That dude is awful. He's like, he has to be one of the worst characters in it.
No,
I
that's a
think
fact.
he is.
Yeah, right?
That's a fact. Oh, yeah. Like, definitely easily top 3.
I can't believe it. Yeah, I couldn't think of anything nice.
All right. Next one is Muzan Kibutsuji. 3 nice things.
I can give you lots of nice things. The guy's kind of badass, actually. He's a pretty cool villain. He pulls off Michael Jackson better than Michael Jackson. No lie. He does good work. I mean, he's smart. The fact that he hates everybody else that he turns into a demon, he thinks they're disgusting, but for the sake of trying to find a way to live in the sun, like the dude's brilliant, right? Like the self-sacrifice, he hates his own people.
That's a fact.
Like he thinks they're disgusting, but he's like that driven to pull that shit off. He's a savage.
Can wear a kimono well.
Yeah.
Oh, female Muzan.
Yeah, if you didn't tell me,
Muzan, they, them.
I'd hit. Yeah. Let me think. He's pretty badass, dude. I want to compliment him, honestly. Yo, it's a good villain.
I was like, honestly, I like his work.
Yeah, like I like villains in shows. You know, not that guy, but but
He's more than a villain.
yeah, he's brilliant.
Omar just keeps complimenting him.
Yo, I just
love his
see.
hair.
The problem is now, once you see the Michael Jackson meme, that's all you do.
Yeah, that's all you
look
see.
at him. You know what I mean? Yeah, the dude's strong as shit. I mean, if you look at the upper ranks right now, and like he just like decides to delete them whenever he wants to. Like, I'm very interested when we get to the point when this guy gets out there. Like,
It's gonna be fun.
it's gonna be
It's
fucking
gonna be fun.
wild, dude.
It's gonna be fun.
Yeah, man.
All
He's a
right.
good villain.
Who's our last person?
And our last person's going to be. Oh, this is a good one.
Oh no! I can't believe you used the dog. I was an old one. She was like, Full Metal Alchemist? I mean, I was like, Attack on Titan? No! It's like, oh. No, man!
3 nice things.
3 nice things about Usopp.
Usopp sucks, bro. He's the worst, dude. You guys did your research. Yo, he's the fucking... All right, look. Time skip, Usopp
Okay.
got yoked. Yo, Usopp in his own time probably fucks. If no one knows him, like my guy is like shredded. He's flexed. He's big. Like he's in charge.
He's him.
He's him. Yes, he's the real deal. He's got a fresh fro. I will say he's like the only one on that show who's like, yeah, he got rid of the rag earlier on, but like, he's got good hair, right? He's respecting his lineage.
He didn't permit.
Yo, look at that. It's wild. Outside of that, dude, he fucking sucks. Like, you could delete him from the show. But he's the dude. I can't get in trouble.
Yeah.
He makes everybody else look that much better. You know what I mean? Like
That's a good compliment.
You keep him around.
Yeah.
So the power discrepancy.
He's the fat friend.
Yeah.
He's the ugly fat friend.
I was just trying to go there, but he's the guy that like he in relation to you.
Yeah.
You're like the fucking man. You know what I mean? Like, like Chopper probably hangs out with Usopp. So you know.
He got Brooke like, yo, man, I'm you know?
Yeah. Usopp's that dude, and he's annoying as shit too.
Yeah,
like he just needs to be quiet.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. So that was hard. Like starting off One Piece and
bad,
beating Usopp. I was like, bro, like why do you want him on the team? Like
you gotta have. I think it's one of those things. Like you have to balance the dynamic of like multiple characters. So having a guy like Usopp in there that you throw in, that's like goofy, and like then he has his moment in the sun where he like shoots a fucking pellet in someone's forehead and something goes right.
Yeah.
But like you gotta have, it's like that comedic break, right? Like he gets in there when like shit gets serious and you laugh about it. I'm just disappointed in Luffy bringing such a loser onto his ship.
Yeah.
I mean, people are gonna probably hate it. But like I don't know who likes Usopp, but I really don't like Usopp.
Yeah.
Like you could delete him from the show, and I wouldn't notice.
Nah, I feel that. Usopp.
I feel bad for you because you got to watch a lot of Usopp.
I've seen a lot of him, bro, and I'm just like
he reels back later. Like you don't get as much of him. Like he's like there, but there's no main Usopp story arcs. Like he'll hop in on occasion, like or he'll go like help somebody out, and like shoot some fucking pebbles at somebody, and then like call it a day.
Yeah.
But like.
Yeah, like his original arc where you find out like, oh, he's just a dude that lied about everything.
Yeah, he's a little rat.
Yeah, it's ugh, not a fan, but
he's a dick rider.
He is a dick rider.
Yeah. He's riding the coattails.
Honestly, yeah, he's like that friend who's like, yo, you want to pull up to my house, and you pull up and you see everybody else's photos except for his in there because it's not his house.
He's the dude like when you go to the club with everybody. And then, like, everyone's walking in, no one's paying attention. The bouncer just goes like that. And then he's like, yo, no, I'm with them. And, like, you keep walking, like, you can kind of hear him in the background.
Yeah.
And he's like, yo, Omar, yo, tell him I'm with you. And it's like, I can't hear it. He's like, you just keep walking. And then he, like, hits you up, like, yo, I'm going to go home. And then, like, the next day, he's like, yeah, dude, what happened? I was like, oh, I had no idea. I thought you were there the whole time.
Nah, Usopp's the type of guy, you going out, you talking to the girls, then Usopp's like, yo, like, y'all should come take a ride in my M3. Meanwhile, it's Kevin's M3. That's not his. It's like, on the side, Kevin,
He doesn't have game like that, though.
Usopp's the where's my hug friend.
Where's my hug?
Yeah.
He's like, so I ain't gonna get a hug?
Where's my hug?
True.
Yeah, like Usopp's a dude. If it's like you and Usopp and two females,
yeah.
It's gonna end up being you and two females. You know, he's gonna be sitting on the couch, like, you know what I mean, like watching TV and like glancing out of his eyes, like.
And the next day, be like, nah, I could have fucked. I just wasn't.
Bro,
it was just a bad night.
It's not even I could have. He's gonna lie and say he did to everybody else.
Yeah.
He's gonna be like, yo, so what happened was, man, Kev got no girls last night. It was all me, Luffy. Bro, the bitches to the left, bitches to the right. They didn't even look at Omar. It was all eyes on me. Come on, it's Usopp, baby. Stop playing.
100%, absolutely. Fucking hate that dude. Yeah, One Piece watches. There is a piece about One Piece that's bad, and it's called Usopp.
Usopp.
And he's that guy.
Damn.
Facts.
You know, say it ain't so.
All right.
All
Yeah.
right.
It's about that time.
It's about that time. All right. Let's get to it. Guys, it's been keeping a 9,000. We've had our episode 123.
123.
And I gotta say, this has been a very entertaining episode.
Wait. Hot take.
Oh.
I've given you a lot so far.
You have, but we need one individual hot take for this moment.
I thought the Itachi one was pretty good.
Repeat it. Let them know.
Hot take season. Let's go.
Itachi is the strongest person in the Naruto universe.
Mm-hmm.
If he was allowed.
He wasn't sick.
Appropriate. If he took his brother's eyeballs, no one would stop him.
He got his internal member.
Fucking Sasuke, bro. He should just.
Sasuke's useless.
Fucking bomb.
When you think about it, how many fights did Sasuke really win? Like out of the whole series.
How much does he do
Very
himself? He's just borrowing power.
Yeah.
Man, my entire family and like tribe got murdered, and my life's so hard.
It's like literally everybody. That's majority of the people in Naruto.
Yeah, he's like, oh, I can't. Naruto's like this kid who works really, really, really hard and has no family and like drinks spoiled milk surpassed me. I guess I should go find this dude to give me some fucking drugs and turn me into a monster. Now I'm on even playing field.
Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts.
Then he has to have his brother's eyes donated to him. He got wrapped in a circle. Sorry, this hot takes.
Go for it.
Itachi is the
Go for
fucking
it.
truth.
Facts.
Don't sleep on Itachi. If you think I'm wrong, go back. Look at his progression. Look at what he knew before anyone else. Look what he was doing when he was in a weakened state. He never got his full eyes.
That's facts.
Madara wouldn't stand a chance.
You think that Itachi would have beat Madara?
Not the original Madara, like the reincarnated Madara, not like souped up Ten Tails.
Okay.
No.
Yeah,
You need godlike powers to fight
Yeah.
with that. But knowing Itachi, he probably would have found a way to like Madara tries to absorb some chakra and then dies because he got poisoned or some shit. And Itachi figured it out.
True.
But I don't see enough justice for Itachi.
Gotcha. It's a good
my
hot
guy.
take.
It's a good hot take.
All right, close us out, Jay.
Yes, sir. Yo, you guys heard it here first. Itachi, potential strongest Naruto character in the Naruto universe. We've had some amazing hot takes on today's episode. So first off, shout out to my boy Omar for today's episode, bro. I appreciate you.
Even though you're a Hell's Paradise person.
Do you want the crowd to follow you anywhere?
No, I'm good.
No? All right, see, I respect that. Like, we do have a lot of people come on the show who just come for the vibe. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
No, look, if people end up finding me because I give these guys a hard time
Yeah.
on Instagram and trying to make sure they finish One Piece. Like, don't worry, you don't need to be like oh no,
Yeah.
it's fine, but
Yeah.
like you don't need to throw my hats out there. Like,
Gotcha.
I don't use much of that shit anyway.
Hell yeah.
Totally.
But bro, we loved your opinions on today's like episode, dude. Honestly, really thank you. Thank you for everything.
No, it was a great time.
Push the conversation. I see Kevin is in his seat going crazy with some of these things.
Nah, I'm chilling.
He started Kevin like Super Saiyan 4 up in here. Like, you feel
Where's
me?
my gun?
You feel me? But like that's keeping it 9,000 like fashion is like,
100%.
you know, like we keep it honest, we keep it real,
100%.
and like, you know, there's a balance between everything. And I think you did a great job on today's show. So really just
Yeah,
Well, thank you guys. I
bro.
appreciate it.
Appreciate you being here, fam.
Right on, guys.
Yes, sir. So, guys, if you love today's episode, go give us a follow everywhere on every single. Let's start off with YouTube. If you guys are not subscribed, please subscribe to our YouTube. Hit that notification bell to get a notification for every one of our episodes that are dropping. If you are listening to purely audio, you are first. You're kind of like a manga reader. You get it first before people see the clips. So, go give us a rating on our podcasting platforms: Spotify, Apple Music, Stitcher, whatever you get it. However you get it, you get it. Last but not least, social media. Please give us a share. Like, follow Keep It 9,000 and give us a share so we can push our content to the rest of the world and connect all the honest anime fans. None of y'all fake people. We don't need none of y'all lying ass
Pokemon fans. That's animation. No, it's not.
You said that to the wrong person to your left. They call love smoking.
You know, okay, look, the original Pokemon movie slaps.
Yeah, it does.
That shows. That
Bro,
was
Pikachu crying.
That was great.
That's when Pokemon was an anime. You know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
okay, yeah,
it
yeah.
lost its footing. It lost its footing after that. I'll give that. You feel me? And that's the thing. We need more of y'all people to come on, like come to the Discord and tell us if you agree that Pokemon is an anime or not. Because you know what I'm saying, man, we can get it shaken. Also, is Pokemon better than Digimon? That's a hot take.
No.
Digimon was pretty good too.
Digimon's fire.
Also-
First 2 seasons.
Get into the chat. # Justice for Chainsaw Man. Don't let them continue this rhetoric. Right?
Turn off that mag.
# Justice for Chainsaw Man. Fuck out of here, Kevin.
Hashtag.
You feel me?
Don't
We
let him
here.
get away with this. It's
Free
fake.
my boy Denji. He ain't do nothing. He just wanted some titties.
That's it. Look at this. You can't let somebody live. No.
Yes, sir.
I'm sorry. I'm just not a fan of people who like sexually harass women. I'm sorry.
You're watching a show where like two beings merge and fuck and then
Consensually.
become one thing.
Consensually. Consensually.
Are you sure
It's
about
been
that?
keeping it 9,000. Thank you for keeping it 9,000 with us. We'll keep it 9,000 with you, and we'll catch you on the next episode. Peace.
Yeah.
It's over 9,000!